You're listening to Season 6 of the award-winning Home Ed Matters podcast, brought to you by the Strickland family from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to
Home Ed Matters podcast.
Season 6.
Episode 11.
11 episodes, first of 2020.
Yeah.
My name's Luke.
My name's Eden.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's been good.
Well, it's only been 11 days since our last episode.
And we've done loads.
We've done loads and loads. So, our plan this year was to reach more people.
Yeah, get 500 subscribers.
Yeah, we want to get more subscribers. It's hard to measure because people listen across different platforms. But what have we done?
Loads, literally loads.
So we've found 2 new channels. We're now on Instagram.
Yeah.
And, do you know, I just feel like we were on the wrong platforms before.
Yeah.
Facebook wasn't showing our posts to anybody, and Twitter, the tweets just get lost. But Instagram...
it's great.
We've connected with more people in the last 9 days since we've been on it.
Yeah.
And had really meaningful connections. I feel like we found our tribe.
Yeah, we have.
So thank you if you are on Instagram and you've sent nice messages. In fact, we are going to do some shout-outs later on, so keep listening. So we've launched on Instagram. As of about an hour and a half ago, we are on
YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, literally only an hour and a half ago.
So we realised that some people, you know, don't have podcast apps and find it a bit hard to listen, but everyone uses YouTube, really, don't they?
Yeah, literally everyone.
So we've just set that channel up, and we are gradually uploading episodes from the current season. So we started at episode 1 because that made sense. So I will gradually be doing that now that I've mastered video editing.
Yeah, literally, took you a morning, but worth it.
And we've also, since the beginning of the year, we've been putting more content on our website, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So we've done some kind of recommendations posts.
Yeah.
Please go and have a look at that. So
we've earned 50p.
Yeah. Tell you what, don't ever give up your day job if you're trying to get advertising revenue, because it's not very much. But the recommendations we've put on are about some amazing attachments to bring your Duplo back to life. Hubalino, or Hubalino, and also loads of books that we really like. Yeah,
we didn't use our Duplo at all, but now we're using it a lot more because there's this cool marble run
amazing
thing.
Marble Run attachment.
Yeah,
so
it's cool.
Head on over to our website. We've been featured on other people's blogs. So The World Is Their Classroom. We did a Q&A with them just about our home ed journey. I should probably put a link to that on our website too. So
we'll link you.
I will do that.
Yeah.
Where should we start?
I don't know.
Board Games Day?
Yeah.
So the last couple of years, in between Christmas and New Year...
This is the 3rd year we've done it.
We kind of established a tradition where we'd have a day devoted to board games.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Just to clarify, it's not the only day we play board games. We don't play board games once a year. There was some concern on Twitter that we were only playing them once a year. That's not true.
We played them quite a lot.
We were so busy clearing our land...
Yeah. We literally had
in
no
between
time.
Christmas and New Year that we had it last weekend.
Yeah.
What was your favourite game that we played?
Guess Who. And what was that? Cauldron Quest.
Cauldron Quest. So Cauldron Quest is a new game.
Yeah.
Quite hard, isn't it? It's hard to beat the wizard.
We've not beaten anyone.
Oh, I know. I actually found that a bit stressful.
Yeah.
We played 10 games, which is the most we'd ever played. I think we usually max out at about 8.
Yeah. Or 7.
And we didn't get around to playing Catan Junior.
Which is annoying, so we're going to play it this afternoon.
After a quiet time. So we'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
I think my favourite games were... Did we play Carcassonne?
Yeah, we did.
I really like Carcassonne and
good.
Wildcraft.
Oh, and Cauldron Quest. I love Cauldron Quest.
Cauldron Quest was good. So that was a new game. We'd been recommended that.
No, I didn't. I mean... Castles of Calderdale.
Castles of Calderdale, that is a fun game.
Yeah.
I enjoy that a lot. So we maybe we should do a board games recommendation post.
Yeah.
That would be a really good thing to do. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah,
let us know if you would like us to do a board games recommendations post on our blog. That would be pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, so that was really good. Do you know, I was so glad that Belle could get involved as well.
Yeah.
She's been too little the last few years,
Yeah,
but she
very
participated in a
little.
good number of games.
Yeah, even though now she's beginning to act like a baby.
Well, it's difficult when you're the youngest. I'm the youngest in my family.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I was the youngest.
You're the oldest.
Yeah.
So that was our board games day,
Mm-hmm.
which was really good. And then in the last week, it's our kind of first normal week back.
Yeah, we did do 2 days last week, but yeah,
Week
wasn't
22.
much.
When I went back to work then. So second and third.
Second and third.
We're straight back into it. So yeah, we're on week 22 of our 36-week curriculum, I suppose, academic year.
That's cool.
So we haven't done any recordings out and about.
Yeah,
because, well, I've been at work.
And we haven't gone out and about.
Because it's January, but...
It's rainy.
Yeah, it is
and
a
windy.
really windy day today.
And it was really windy a few days ago, and the fire alarm kept on going off. But there was no fire, it was just wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what that was, actually. It was the smoke alarm, and the
Was
battery was going.
Oh.
So I've replaced the battery.
So it went beep, beep.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
So now we're nice and safe.
Yeah.
But it's less than 2 weeks till we head off to...
Disney!
We are going to Florida. So we do big holidays, like every 2 years.
Yeah, every 2 years.
The rest of the time we staycation.
What does staycation mean?
It's like a vacation where you stay at home. So we stay in the UK.
That's like well, Ash said when he's grow up, he'll just buy Lego sets.
Yeah.
And not go on holiday.
Well, we staycation. We tend to go to Cornwall and Devon and places like that, don't we? But every couple of years we push the boat out. So shall we do a preview show next weekend?
Yeah, I think that would be good because otherwise it's a bit of a long gap.
Otherwise there'll be a long gap between there because we're out for a good couple of weeks. But we will. The point I was making was that we will get lots of recordings when we're out and about there.
Yeah, literally loads.
Because we've got some amazing things to go to. But maybe we shouldn't talk about it now, and we'll do a preview show next weekend.
Next week.
That sounds awesome.
Great.
Well, what else? If you were listening last time, you know about the big excitement about chickens. What arrived this week?
Chicken run, I think.
The chicken coop. It's quite a lot to put together.
I thought it was a chicken run.
Well, it was the actual run itself, wasn't it? It's the big. Oh, we haven't put it up. It's still in boxes in the hall.
Yeah, in the hall, blocking half the hallway.
There was no chance of doing it this weekend because I am not well.
No, poor daddy.
I've got a nasty temperature and I am having on lots of medicine.
It's not too bad.
Well, that's because I'm on ibuprofen and paracetamol, trying to keep my temperature down. But that's by the by. We're not going for sympathy, but that just means we haven't really done any garden stuff. Just been keeping a low profile at home.
Yeah, me and Asha went out.
Yeah, you went and played out, which is cool.
Yeah.
Quite a few of your clubs and things have started back up this week, haven't they?
Yeah, it's good. Still
Apart from dance. And you had a choir concert, like, straight away.
Yeah, we did, literally. One practice. Oh, next week tomorrow we're doing a choir concert. And everyone's like, what?
But that was because it was Epiphany.
Yeah, it was cool.
Which is, in the church calendar, that's the official end of Christmas, which is in theory when people... So that's the 6th. And that's in theory when people take down their Christmas trees.
Yeah, except I know our next door neighbours haven't. I saw when I walked past.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We tend to take our Christmas tree down quite early, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
When did I think we took ours down on that 28th this time, didn't we?
Yeah, but last year we took it down on Boxing Day. I
hope that doesn't shock any of you, but we just quite like we love the build up to Christmas.
But afterwards, it's just like
it is important in our faith, but we don't like keeping the Christmas tree up till the 6th.
No,
because we just want to move on.
Yeah, move on. Goodbye, Christmas tree.
Crack on. Yeah. Right. Well, after the break, we can talk about some of the learning this week.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Home in Matters podcast.
Okay. That was the break.
Yeah, you can hear my computer going.
Yeah, computer whirring. Well, that's a good place to start. So you have been doing some writing. So your granddad gave you an old laptop so that you could use Microsoft Word.
Yes.
And you've been writing a story. Do you want to read some extracts? So chapter 1 is called
The Wreck.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Dad,
why don't you read the first paragraph?
shall I? The first paragraph is the boringest paragraph.
Well, because you've been writing 100 words a day or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to do 100 words a day.
But it's actually not the middle of it, which is...
so you've already written
exciting.
500 words.
Have I? Oh, yeah, I have. 503. So...
well, why don't you read an extract? Do you have an idea for the name of the story yet? Or
No, not really. I don't really know.
But chapter 1's called The Wreck.
I know it's going to be in, like, Brigandery village.
Oh, wow.
And, help, screamed Alice. The ship had given a huge lurch, sending it smashing into the rock. And at that precise moment, Alice had chosen to run to the side of the ship, sending her crashing into the waves of the sea. John tried to pull away from his father's grip. Alice! John shouted, as a wave came hurtling over the side of the ship. John! John knew that if he didn't save his twin, no one would. So, with a new burst of energy, he burst out of his father's grip and dashed to the side of the ship, sending him hurling into the waves of the sea.
Wow. I mean, that is how to start a story, isn't it? With a dramatic... So they're in the middle of a storm.
Yeah.
We've learnt that Alice and John are twins. We're wondering how they got there.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should have done it a bit more slowly because it's really confusing because some authors say that you should start a story by saying like who the characters are and stuff, but then some authors say no, that people will just leave off there and you should start it with a big bang.
I think it really sucks you in.
Yeah.
It's called like Jeopardy or something, isn't it? Where they suck you in.
It is.
Did you read a book about how to write a great story?
Yeah, I did. It was by I can't remember.
Oh well,
funny name for person.
We'll put a link in the on our blog.
Yeah, it actually gets a lot more interesting because a rainbow navy comes out of the storm.
Oh wow! Okay, well put your laptop back because it's whirring in the background.
Yeah, it is.
It's an old one. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So we're just in our normal rhythm. If you listen to us regularly, you know we follow a Charlotte Mason approach. Mm-hmm.
Which we're not doing this year.
No, our approach is still the same. So a big part of Charlotte Mason is narration.
Yeah, so we do
and
that.
That's why we did the podcast really, because it's an excuse for you to narrate back all the things you've been learning.
Yeah.
So we still do a lot of read-alouds.
Mm-hmm. We do a lot.
This year we're following Waldorf's Wizards and Wands curriculum.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you can find, if you go to Instagram and the Waldock Way, there's some amazing resources there. So we've done 5 years of Ambleside Online.
5 years.
I know, yeah. And we just thought we would do something different this year. And we'll go back to Ambleside next year.
Yeah.
But we're still doing some great stories. So we're going through the Romans at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's good.
One of the read-alouds we do in the week is Eagle's Honour by Rosemary Sutcliffe.
Yeah.
So,
it's good.
What's happening in that story?
Oh, well, it's like this man, and he's told he's got this like really big award, but then 2 years later, people are still talking about it, and his friends come down and say no, he doesn't win the Argos Award. He was just like a medic help, but actually it turns out that he actually did win it when he was covering for his friend.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's just the first few chapters.
Oh, okay.
Bang.
And then, okay. So we've also been reading Quark Chronicles. So that's a science book
really
series. Good. And the one we're focusing on at the moment is the botany one. It's by Ernest Devore.
It's so good.
Well, what's the story? So is that another story, but it's learning scientific principles about...
Yeah, because it's like you can like make a compass out of stuff and like what different because these kids are traveling in space and it's like what different atmospheres there are and like how pollen and turns and like grows and how the seeds of the tree get to another tree, and it's really interesting.
Ah, okay. So we did Quark Chronicles as one of our read-alouds. Yeah. So there's a whole series of them. We're just focusing on the botany one for now.
Oh, I didn't know there was a series of them.
Yeah. We've been studying Cleopatra. So how are you looking into Cleopatra this week? Because this is the overlap between the kind of Egyptians and the Romans, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's over through
And
Cleopatra.
so, like, Cleopatra had to marry some of the Romans so that the Romans wouldn't, like, attack Egypt. And first she married Caesar, but then Caesar got stabbed to death.
This is Julius Caesar, isn't it?
And then she had to marry another man who I can't remember the name of.
Mark Antony, was it?
Yeah, Mark Antony. And he dies too. And
sounds a bit gruesome.
This
is history, folks.
Yeah, this is history. You should watch horrible histories. Literally, me and Asher have taken a break from it for a few days. It's that horrible. And but yeah, and it's really good. And it says how like Cleopatra married a lot in her family, so like her half brother, and like and husband and cousin-in-law are like the same person.
Yeah, well, so they set up these dynasties, didn't they, in Egypt?
Yeah, they
It was
did.
called nepotism, where they would promote members of the family and things like that. And try to keep the purity of their bloodlines.
Purity.
So yeah, Julius Caesar was also on the list for this week. So how are you learning about Julius Caesar?
Well, we're doing like different books which have him related in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Can you remember any of the titles?
No. You should ask Mummy. I can't remember the titles.
We've also been looking at our universe book.
Yeah.
Last week we mentioned George's universe, which we really like.
That's really
good.
But
the Our Universe book, what have you learnt this week, and what do you like? Because it's quite a big book, isn't it?
It's like a really big picture book with like black holes and stuff in. But then it's not like it's got pictures in it, but it's got loads of words in it too, and it's got like black holes and like all the different planets and like the like Viro superclusters and like the big bright things in space where like a giant star heats up and explodes. Supernovas.
What did you learn about black holes then?
How like you can always tell where a black hole is because there's no stars in that area of sky and it's sucking all the things into it. And if you go into a black hole feet first, your feet will be ripped off before you get squashed into something smaller than a molecule.
So they used to be called dark stars because they were stars that were so dense that their gravity was so strong that not even light could escape.
Yeah, and there was a and usually sometimes they have like little planets orbiting them.
Yeah.
And the more the black hole eats, the bigger it gets, and you can always escape a black hole, but when you go over the edge of it, then like that's it.
Do you know what the edge of the black hole's called?
No.
An event horizon.
Yeah.
I think once you're within the event horizon, you can't
go.
Can't escape.
Yeah, and it said, so roundup. If you ever become an astronaut, let someone else investigate the black hole.
I don't think there's any really close to our solar system.
There isn't actually. They're like a few 100 billion light years away.
Yeah, it's quite a long way, and we haven't cracked how to travel that fast yet.
Yeah, but they are doing a program thing of it.
Are they?
Yeah, I watched it on
you'd be watching Sky at night. Yeah.
And it was really interesting, and they're going to try and send a little like space probe into like the darkness of space, but it only has to and reach our nearest other solar system, and
is it the Voyager one? It's a Voyager because they launched that in the 1970s, and it's taking so long to get there because it finally Voyager 2 I think was the one that finally escaped our solar system. Yeah, amazing.
Has to weigh a gram.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
Gosh. So lots of things going on. Some of the practical stuff we've been doing this week. You made slime.
Yeah, we did. We made slime. Well, Asher made it, and we played with it. But then he put it out in the bin after a few days because it smelled a bit bad.
And you've been doing jewellery making?
Yeah, I did jewellery making, but I did one necklace with Mummy, but you had to use the pliers a lot, so she only helped me build one. And I'm halfway through building the other one by myself.
Amazing.
Yeah. But it's actually quite easy.
We've all been enjoying the 13-story Treehouse series this week.
I'm reading them after Asher.
So Asher's been it's the first non-Lego book series that he's just really engaged with and been reading by himself, which is brilliant, which we're delighted at. We didn't force him to read.
Yeah, but when he is reading them,
as soon as we're waiting for him to be ready,
house.
we're going to get the Lego Treehouse from AliExpress. So, Well, it's probably time for some shout-outs, do you think?
Yeah, shout out!
Because we're coming to the end of this week's show, just a regular length show.
Yeah, you can shout
So,
out.
our first subscriber on YouTube was Educating Dexter and Daisy. So thank you so much to you, and they also sent us a lovely message saying how much they enjoyed the podcast and whether binge listening was a thing, and we can confirm, yes, it's definitely a thing. Please listen to all of our shows ever. In one go. But you probably get bored of our voice.
Yeah.
Droning on. Homemade Family UK on Instagram tagged us. They were listening to the show. Well, one of them was listening to the show, I think the mum.
Yeah.
In the bath. She didn't tag us in a photo, thankfully.
Yeah.
And we should probably say that we don't endorse use of electrical equipment near water.
Yeah.
And Claire Homed had been in touch as well, and she listens via the iPhone app.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I know, so some of you have been telling us how you've been listening, and a number of you are on Stitcher. Yeah. So hello if you're listening to us on Stitcher. Hello if you're listening to us on YouTube.
Daddy, stop treading on Palm.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm treading on your doll. And we should soon be on Spotify. There was a glitch with why our shows weren't showing up, but I have been sent some instructions on how to update the... Well, the glitch was around... This is really boring, but it's about the enclosure links.
I have no idea what they are.
Well, I know, and I don't think anybody does really, and I just needed to do something with that. So hopefully this episode might be the first episode on Spotify.
Ooh.
If not, I'll work something else out.
Yeah.
Right, well, I think... So we'll do an extra episode next weekend.
Yeah.
A preview show. Before our exciting trip to Florida.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, thanks so much for listening in. Do keep in touch with us.
Yeah.
Do leave us a nice review.
Please.
Here, there and everywhere. Go and like and subscribe us on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've become YouTubers, Eden.
That's cool.
I know, it's really cool.
Yeah, my friend wanted to be a YouTuber.
And we'll see you. Well, you are now already.
Yeah, that's cool.
We will see you. No, we will be back in a week or so's time for the next episode.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Homemade Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homemade@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Homemade Matters, and visit our website at www.homemadematters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your homemade journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.